Hey guys, Heidi Easley here, and I teach women how to make money teaching paint parties. And I'm just gonna do a sunflower. Hold on, let me time lapse this. I have my daughter's phone over there so I can time lapse it. So go ahead and tell me if you are a painter, a crafter, whatever you are. And then at the end of this live, I'm gonna pick 3 people to get some DecoArt paints. So I'm gonna be using some of those today, and then I'm gonna pick 3 of y'all to get some DecoArt paints at the end. So if you have anybody who loves sunflowers, let them know. We are in the middle of painting this because I'm going to try to do a very fast version of this, okay? We're gonna try to do our best fast version of a sunflower painting. So I'm going to show you just a quick technique. I'm going to talk about 3 ways that art can bring hope while I'm painting this. So I'm going to multitask. And then we are going to, hopefully by the end of this, have a sunflower and some new, oh yay, you made it live, great. Welcome, yeah, and if y'all don't mind, if you have somebody who loves sunflowers, if you'll share this with them, that'd be lovely. And then I'm just putting some yellow on. And this is just a piece of wood I got from a company called Craft Creations. And then the yellow I'm using is Primary Yellow DecoArt Americana. This is a really, really great yellow for sunflowers. So you want to make sure that you get the right colors. You know what? I paint a lot of things different colors. So a lot of times I'll paint trees purple and skies, or, well, skies I know can be orange, but, I'll paint things different than what they are sometimes. But for sunflowers, I'm going to do something a little funky with it. You'll see in a minute. But for the most part, people love their sunflowers to have a good yellow. And this is a good yellow color for this. Oh, Hope said, Hope, we're talking about Hope today, and she says her favorite color is yellow. Oh, good, yeah, tell me where you're from. I'd love to hear. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about 3 things with hope, okay? So 3 ways art brings hope. Number 1, it gives you a purpose. So how many of you have those times, we all do, some more than others and some less than others, but we have those times where we don't feel like we have a purpose. Okay, is anybody out there where they feel like sometimes they just don't have a purpose? Maybe, their kids have graduated high school and now they're like empty nesters and they're in this kind of weird stage, Hope, like when I know I have a new project, and I'm letting this dry for just a second, when I know I have a new project coming, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I get so excited for the potential of like, what is coming for that project or what I can do. Oh, thank you so much. She says, I love your videos. Hope to win. Yeah, I'm gonna pick 3 people at the end to win. 3 of y'all will get some paint from DecoArt. But yeah, so basically what I wanna share is like, it gives you purpose. So whether it's you getting this sunflower and trying a new project, going to Michael's, grabbing your coffee and picking out something to do, something fun to do. Like it gives you just this fun sense of purpose, And I think a lot of times we undervalue or underestimate the power of something sometimes so simple like a paint party or like painting a sunflower or whatever it may be. I'm using Burnt Umber, Americana DecoArt, Burnt Umber. We undervalue that. And I don't know about y'all, but like sometimes I'll go through times where I'm just like uninspired. I mean, we all have our ups and downs. We can't all just be positive and full of inspiration every 5 seconds, right? Like, we have those down days. I mean, that's just part of being human. But whenever you can get yourself out of it faster, oh, I used to. Whenever you can get yourself out of it faster, then that's when I feel like we start to have that hope and that purpose in our life. If we sit there and we just, and y'all saw I just used the paper plate, if we sit there and we just like, yes, have our pity party or whatever it is, but then we find something. And how many of y'all out there, like when you're painting, it like has this healing effect on you? You know, you don't have to be like this perfect painter to have this, you know, this effect of healing. You can just do some fun, you know, craft type projects, and it just, something about putting your phone down and just creating, turning on some music, you know, gives you that purpose or that feeling. So I just want to remind you of that. So that's number one, 3 ways to bring hope to your art. So purpose. Number 2 is excitement. I touched on this a minute ago. How many of y'all here get freaking excited when an idea comes in your head and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to do that, right? How many of y'all, oh, thank y'all for all the hearts. I just put a little bit of black and I'm just kind of adding it in to the center. So how many of y'all out there are like, man, like I remember when I was doing the mural, I posted a few months back, the big preschool mural, and I love that project because she kind of gave me, you know, I told her my idea, which was llamas surfing. I mean, how many people will be like, sure, you can paint llamas surfing, you know, and I had this crazy idea of all these seasons, and I had it all in my brain, and I wanted it to go on those walls so bad. So I had like these, like, oh my gosh, I was just so excited. I was drawing it up, I was making plans, I was looking at images, I was creating my own thing. I was just so excited. And so when you have like something, like maybe you want to buy this sunflower, which you can get it at Craft Creations, spelled with a K, Craft Creations and then a Z. If somebody, you know, at my paint party headquarters, if y'all want to put that there, you can order it and just tell them Texas Art and Soul sent you. But if you can like get excited about something you're doing, you know, I have a huge thing I'm wanting to work on that's similar to what I have already. So I have a huge sign. It's on my website. You can see it. I painted this giant piece of plywood and put HB on it. And I want to do another one, but I want to do like an Alice in Wonderland theme for my house, not for sale. And so I want to do it for Alice in Wonderland, and I'm just so excited about it. Like, just so excited about the possibility of what it's going to turn out to be, you know, and I hadn't even done it yet. So, you know, again, we're talking about how art can bring hope to your life and how important that is, and especially in today's time, and how we need to be able to train ourselves to do that, to be able to bring that hope, because, you know, we're going to have bad days. We're going to have times when, you know, all we want and all we pray for is just to get through the day, right? So instead of just being, I'm just kind of bringing these in. I don't know if I'm doing it exactly right. We're going to go with it. Instead of just, you know, being sad or, you know, try, like, I know sometimes, you know, especially with things like depression and stuff like that. I mean, I know it's so hard. Like, I struggle with anxiety a lot. So it's so hard sometimes, like, you know, when you have an anxiety attack, it's not like you can just sometimes just get out of it, you know. But I know that I can find peace when I'm here. Like, when I'm painting, I have found my peace, right? And so I just want to encourage you to, you know, I don't know where you're at in your life. I don't know what's going on in your life, but I know there's probably a few of you on here that need this right now. You need to paint a sunflower. You need to do something to get you out of that funk, to get you out of that feeling, you know, especially those, you know, that are living where it's just freezing outside and you're just ready for spring and you're ready for some sunshine, you know. We just get in this like, oh, life sucks right now, you know, that kind of feeling. And so I truly believe art brings hope, and I'm so thankful to God that he gave me this way to like take away my anxiety. It's like he gave me this tool to use to take away my anxiety, and he gave me paint parties to take away my anxiety. So I just want y'all to know that whatever you're doing today, like, find a project, be passionate about it, be excited about it. And then that leads me to my third thing. Yes, if you're in a funk, it's okay. get you a project, order one of these things. Like, I mean, I don't even get money from y'all ordering these things. Order something from Craft Creations and try to paint it and just have fun, or go grab yourself a cup of coffee and just go walk around a bookstore. Like Barnes and Nobles is like my favorite place to just hang out and chill and just kind of regroup on life, you know? So we all have those things. We're all human. And I think, you know, what makes some of us, you know, a little bit like out of the funk a little bit sooner is that we find those things that we love. So some of y'all that might be working out. Some of y'all that might, definitely not for me. Working out is not the one I go to. Although I need it to be sometimes. But, you know, whether it's gardening or knitting, or like my mom making shell, she makes these really cool shell things. Whatever it may be, you know, you need to find what that passion is for you. And then you need to create some discipline, because yeah, we are all busy. We're all going to find a reason not to do it, right? We're all going to find a reason why I ain't got time. But if you do it, you're going to find that you have something exciting to look forward to, you know? I think that's been one of the biggest things I love is I know, like, I can start thinking of, I mean, I can, you know, one thing recently I started praying for, because I'm a big believer in, I mean, it says it in the Bible, you know, God wants us to ask, you know, yes, obviously, you know, ask for forgiveness and ask for, you know, be thankful and all of those things. But it also says in the Bible to ask for what you want. And we're, you know, children of God. And, you know, I kind of think of like Pixie at Christmas, asking for a Christmas present, and how like, why would, you know, no, Pixie, I'm not going to get you what you want for Christmas. Like, you know, why would I not do that, right? Like, we want to give our children what they want for Christmas. It's like, you know, part of, you know, being a parent, or part of being a person, like, we want to spoil them for Christmas, right? Well, I feel like God's like that. Like, why would he give us that love and then not want to do it for us? And so there's many places in the Bible that talk about ask for what you want. So what I've been asking for lately, and what I've been praying for, is I've been praying for inspiration. I've been praying for, God, please give me inspiration. Give me inspiration to, you know, come up with new designs. Give me inspiration to, you know, have this excitement, you know, this imagination to be able to just create. And it's this endless, you know, God is so big, and, you know, this endless wealth of just creating and making and coming up with new ideas. And I just love it. I mean, it gives me so much hope. You know, it gives me so much hope and excitement when I can sit there with my book or my journal, and I just, you know that he is a part of that. Like, he is totally, you know, helping me with that. So for those of y'all that might need, you know, some of that encouragement, I just want you to know that it's not limited. You know, we have a big God. It's not limited. So ask for it. And this one I used is Festive Green, DecoArt Americana. And then I'm going in with a yellow green over that. Yellow green over that. And then I'm just gonna take it and just kind of dab on top of some of those areas. Okay, because I just don't want it to be one color. All right, is there anybody else here that is praying big? I want to ask, I want to see who here prays big like I do. You know, I've shared this many times, but if you're new to me, I just want you to know. So my dad went through a heart transplant, and I also had a heart surgery. I had mine in 2016, then my dad had his heart transplant in 2017. So there was a lot of crazy heart stuff happening in our family, especially my dad's. It was insane. And so the night that he got his heart transplant, I was at a paint party that morning, or that afternoon, and we got the call. And so the night that he got his heart transplant, we stayed up all night, because it was an all-night surgery. And I remember thinking, like, if my dad can get a new heart, like, for real, like, somebody can first off be gracious enough to put that they're a donor, which I'm all about that. I'm a donor. All of my family is a donor. If somebody can be so gracious to put that they're a donor, number one, like, that was such a gift to my family. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. And then number two, you know, us sitting in that hospital and all night waiting for my dad to make sure he's okay. And then the doctor's coming in and saying that he, you know, got this new heart and that, you know, it started beating. And I'm like, if all of that can happen, like, I was done praying for small stuff. I was done. I was like, nope, this company's going to be big. This is with you, God. Like, this is, I give it to you, make it what it is. And because of that moment in that hospital room, I will never, ever, ever pray small again. So I want to encourage y'all to remember, like, we're praying big because our God is big and our God can do awesome things. So remember that when you start to ask for things and to be grateful, remember who you're talking to, and how much power there is. And I don't know. There's so much I can say about that. Well, and that leads me to number 3. So we're talking about hope. And for those of you that are just joining, 3 ways to bring hope to art. And then also I'm going to announce a winner here in just a minute. I'm almost ready. Jack-o'-lantern. And we'll send some of y'all, I'm going to send 3 of y'all some DecoArt products. I'm going to take a little bit of the jack-o'-lantern and just kind of mix it with some of the yellow. I just don't want it to be stark yellow. I just want it to kind of have some shading with it. But the third way you can bring, the third way art brings hope is through paint parties. So once you start to learn, like, wait, I just painted the sunflower and it's pretty and I think other people would like this, right? Then you can teach others. And that's where I really, really find that God has just really, like, put me where I was supposed to be. Because I feel like in a paint party, I am never more calm. I mean, there can be 100 people around me asking for help, asking for paint, you know, and I am just as calm as can be. There's just something crazy. Does anybody else experience that? Like when you're in a paint party and you're like, you know, it could be as busy, I mean, but you just know that's where you're supposed to be. So that's what I really specialize in. If you're new to me, I teach women how to make money teaching paint parties. And I wanted to let y'all know, this book, you can get it in the description, but it's about to be redone and it's going to be way better. It's free. You can totally download it, but if you have already downloaded it, don't worry about it. Once I have the new version up, which hopefully will be by next week, I'll go ahead and send you the new version too. So if you haven't gotten it before, go ahead and get it. The link is in the description. It's free. And then I will send you the new version once I have it. It's going to be just a lot, you know, cleaner and just a lot nicer, a lot easier to go through, and it's going to give you a lot of information. So so that's my 3 tips on how you can bring, you know, hope into your art, or how art can bring hope to you. So number 1 was it gives you some purpose. Number 2, it gives you excitement about what you're creating, you know, what you can do. And then number 3, you know, bringing that to paint parties. Once you start to get an idea of what, you know, do you like painting? If you like painting, do you like showing others this joy of creating? And if you do, how you can take simple projects like this that, you know, people can talk and laugh. I mean, you can see I haven't took a breath the whole time. I just yapped the whole time, right? Like, you know, it's not real hard where you're having to concentrate. And then you can bring these projects to life while you're sharing, you know, hope with others. You know, a lot of people that come to my paint parties and even to people in paint party headquarters, they'll tell me like they've never painted before. And then they get there, I'm going back and forth between these oranges. When they get there, they'll say like, you know, I've never painted before. And then when they leave, how excited. And then you'll find people that will literally like go and start painting and doing projects on their own. And then it turns into like this whole second, like, you know, like this next chapter for them that they didn't even know they had, you know? And I just think that we have to find something if we don't have some kind of hobby, if we don't have something we can do to make us excited about wanting to get up. I mean, I know that sounds very dramatic, but it's true. If we are sitting there and we don't have a purpose, we don't have, you know, a reason, you know, like to get up, we've got to find one. You know, God didn't create us just to do nothing. You know, God created us to serve. God created us to create. I mean, He's the ultimate creator. You know, he every night you look at a sunset, like, you know, God is all about beauty and art. That's for sure. You know, it's all over this world. If you look at anything, when I was in Colorado, just looking at those mountains, I'm like, wow, like how could something be so beautiful? You know, like there's just beauty everywhere if we choose to look at it. And so I feel like a lot of times we just take it for granted, and we just think it's not a big deal when it really is a big deal. It really is a big deal, and I want y'all to make sure that you're taking advantage of it. You know, it's a gift. It's a gift given to us, and why not use that gift? Okay, so I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna use this big brush, and I'm gonna take, oh, and you can get the sunflower from Craft Creations. It's spelled C-R, so it starts with craft, like craft, C-R-A-F-T, and then Creations is KREATIONZ.com. Okay, so I'm gonna use this. I'm doing a little bit of black, and this is just a fast way to make a ton load of dots. Has anybody ever done this technique? You can also put together, one of our paint party headquarters girls, I don't know if it was Karen, I don't remember which girl said this, but they put together little, what was it? What are those? Oh, Q-tips. They put together Q-tips and then took the Q-tips and like put them in a band, and they made tons of dots. You can also use forks. Forks will make lots of dots really quick. But I'm just using this, just like a little tip. Using this. Okay, and then I'm just gonna add some of my favorite. Hold on. And then in just a second, I'm gonna announce 3 winners to win some paint. Thank y'all for being here, by the way. I'm gonna use a little bit of the darker green. This is a Hauser dark green. And then, oh, I'm glad you caught me live. Yay! I know, I have a post on my Facebook page where you can say yes if you want to be notified text. So today, how many of y'all used the text to find me? How many of y'all got a text and that's how you found me? Do a yes if that's how you found me. Because this was the first day I used it, so I was curious if it worked or not. So if you want to be notified, like by text, if I'm live, what you can do is you can find that post. I think it was posted a couple of days ago. I'm just kind of taking a little bit of this and adding in some blobs. You can find that post a few days ago, and then you can say yes. Don't put your phone number in the post, but say yes, and then my bot, it's like a robot, it'll send a message and it says, please put in your phone number, but you have to put it in like +1, you know, and then your number. You have to put it in exactly like they say, or it won't work. So make sure you're putting it in exactly like they say. Okay, I'm just adding this. And then I'm gonna add some gold. So my favorite paint of all times is the 24 karat gold Americana DecoArt. So I have used a ton of golds in my life. And this one by far is my favorite because it just goes on so well. They have it in the smaller bottles too. It's called Extreme Sheen. But the reason I like it so much is it's not like some of the golds where it doesn't, you know, it just barely shows up. This is like a really, really good gold. It's serious here. So I'm going to use some of this, and I'm going to add it into the sunflower. So I'm just gonna add some of this into the sunflower just because I love gold very, very much. And then I'm gonna add some bronze into the center. And then this would be fun with like a big bow on it. I could hang it on my door with a wreath behind it. A lot of times I use my door hangers. I'll put just nothing that I made, just a solid green wreath. Some of y'all are more creative and you could probably make a wreath, but I just take a solid green wreath or like one of those brown, I don't know what they're called, some kind of brown, whatever. It's like a wreath, but it's brown. I don't know. Do y'all know that word? What they're called? Anyway, I'll just put that behind it, and it just kind of gives the whole door hanger some oomph, you know? It just kind of makes it all look completed. Okay, so now I'm going to add some copper. Did y'all come up with that name? Yeah, the gold is really fun. So see when I move it in the light? So it really looks even better in person. Way better in person. Okay, and then I'm going to add some copper. Let me find some copper. Hold on, let me grab some from my paint area. Talk amongst yourselves. I think it's over here. How many of y'all watching are in Paint Party headquarters already? Do we have a bunch? If you are, if you'll put PPHQ sister so I know it's you. Okay, here's a good one. Let me see if I can get the lid open. This is espresso, rich espresso. So I'm going to use this rich espresso to, hopefully, if I can open it. I love copper. Oh, there's my copper too. Oh, that's a bronze, but it looks coppery. Hold on. I think I gotta hit it. Hold on. Close your ears for just a second. Yay. Works every time. Somebody told me that trick on a live. I'm so thankful they did. Okay, so I'm going to, here's the pretty color we're going to use. And I'm going to show, oh, we have a lot of Paint Party headquarters sisters on here. Yeah, make sure you get that ebook, especially if you are wanting to learn about paint parties. Make sure you get it. Like I said, I have a new version coming out probably next week. So I'll just send it. So everybody who gets it, make sure you'll get it right away. Like you put in your email and then it immediately gives it to you. However, you want to still go try to find my email like it's an Easter egg hunt. The reason I say that is because you have to, when I send the new version, I want you to make sure you're getting my emails and it's not in promo or spam. Because a lot of times that's just how the email system works. Sometimes it just, you know, filters everything into promo or spam. That's a really good color for this. Do y'all like that? I like that color. Let me show you a little bit. See, can y'all see it? Okay, and then I'm gonna see if I can get this bronze open. If you hadn't noticed, I love metallics. Okay, close your ears for just a second. I'm gonna hit this one more time, and then I'm just a couple more touches, and then I'm gonna announce the winner. Actually, 3 winners. I'm gonna announce 3 winners. Did y'all close y'all's ears? I warned you. I said close your ears. Close your ears, I'm doing it again. Dang it, this copper, I really want to use it. Oh, wait. Oh, I have one right here and a little bottle. These are way easier to use. The smaller ones, they're a little bit easier to use. So sorry, I just did that and I did not need to. Okay, so this one is called Bronze. It's an extreme sheen, bronze. Okay, so I'm dipping it into, I have not washed this brush. You can see all the different layers of the paint, and I'm just dabbing it, okay? Just dabbing it on top of here. I'm gonna stand up. I like to sometimes get into my get into my painting. And again, you could use a fork, a plastic fork. You could use a bunch of Q-tips. You could use the back of a brush. But when you're trying to get a lot of dots on here at once, it sometimes would take forever. I'm going to do a little bit darker. Around it. Okay, all right, so we got that on there. And then you can take your brush, this is optional. I'm gonna take a 1-inch flat. I love using a 1-inch flat brush. And then I'm just gonna take some of the darker brown with a little bit of that copper mixed. So darker brown with a little bit of the copper. And I'm just going to, let me see if I can share this where I can see it right. There we go. I'm just gonna kind of like go in, just little hints here and there. Nothing major, nothing's really just perfectly outlined. It's just kind of added on there, right? Okay, so then if you wanted to, you could go in and actually add in a bunch of other stuff if you want, but I think for now this is okay. I think I'm happy with it for now, but I kind of want to go in and add Zentangles all over it. But I won't do that for the moment. I might do that later. Okay, so I'm going to announce 3 winners. I just want to recap. So 3 ways art brings hope. Number 1, purpose. Number 2, excitement. And number 3, the joy of teaching other people. So if for some reason you miss the reasons art brings hope and you want to hear about that, go ahead and just watch this from the beginning. I would love so much for you to hear just those three kind of things of why I think art is so important and brings hope. Okay, so let's announce the winners. All right, so if I say your name, here's what I need you to do. I need you to send a message to Texas Art and Soul. Do not send a message if you are not the winner, okay? This is the honor system, Scouts Honor. So make sure, she says cute, you can see a smiley face. Is it like a smiley face? Oh, it's like a little sunshine smiley face. So don't send if you are not the winner, okay? Let's be nice here. So the 3 winners are, we have Patty Schindler, am I saying that right? Patty, I think you've won before. I feel like I was having trouble saying your last name before. So if you will message, you'll get some paint from DecoArt. Let's have Karen Olmos. If you will message me, we will send you some DecoArt paint. And let's have Linda Fryer. Linda Fryer, if you will message me at Texas Art and Soul, we will send you some paint. You need to send me your name and your, not on here, but your name and your address, and we'll send you some. Hope says, I am still not the best. Hope, oh my gosh, that's so funny. Hope, maybe next time you'll win. I'm gonna be doing this a lot lately. I'm gonna do this a lot where I share something and then I give some paint away. So DecoArt said, yes, go for it. You can give some paint away. That's fine with us. So I'll be trying to do this more. So if you like this kind of stuff, please say yes in the comments. Let me know if you want to see me do more stuff like this. And then for all of y'all out there that, you know, again, I truly feel like God has given me, you know, paint parties, and teaching people how to have paint parties is like the way I'm supposed to share God's love through art. Like, I truly, in my core, believe that. And if y'all are out there and you're just not sure what you're supposed to do, or you're lost, or you feel hopeless, like, find something, whether it's painting or creating or, you know, whatever it is. You've got to find a passion. You've got to find something that you have. You can't put your identity in, you know, people. You can't put your identity in things. You cannot put all of the, you know, your hope for happiness in other people. It does not pan out, ever. Yes, I love Pixie, and yes, I love Bobby with all of my heart. But if I put all of my happiness and all of my hope in them and not in God, it's not gonna work. Because people will always let you down. People will always fail you. It does not matter how good they are, how great they are, because we are human. We make mistakes, but we have got to find stuff that gives us purpose. We have got to find something that God helps us with, and that we know that when we're creating, it's from Him and it's good and we're happy. So I love y'all, and I know this world is hard, and I know there's so many bad and sad and awful things, but if we can just find time to take some responsibility and go, what can I do to make my life better? What can I do that's going to make me happy so I don't count on somebody else to make me happy? And how can we, make that all happen and do it for God's glory? So that's what I just really hope that you'll get from this message. And I hope that y'all are doing great. And thank you so much for watching. All right, guys, I'll talk to y'all soon, and I'll see you next time.